Now we will discuss about dissolution of partnership and dissolution of partnership firm in this video. Dissolution of partnership and dissolution of partnership firm. Now, in case of dissolution of partnership, you can say the economic relationship do not come to an end. Relationship do not come to an end. Here in case of dissolution of partnership, economic relationship among all the partners come to an end. Economic relationship come to an end. Because in the partnership, there is economic relationship between the partners. So, come to an end. Comes to an end. The economic relationship among all the partners come to an end. Here the remaining partner will continue the business. It means the economic relationship among the partners will remain. Means among at least all the partners or few partners will remain. Suppose in case of admission, the economic relationship will remain. In case of retirement, the remaining partner will continue, and at least among the remaining partners, economic relationship will remain the same. In case of change in profit sharing ratio, economic relationship remain as it is. But in case of dissolution of partnership firm, if the firm come to an end, means that is the business is to be closed down, then the economic relationship among the partner come to an end. Now, no court intervention. In case of dissolution of partnership, the court do not interfere at all at any time. In case of dissolution of partnership, the court do not come into picture. Means there is no intervention of court. But in case of dissolution of partnership, first, in case of dissolution of partnership, court intervention can be there. Court intervention can be there. Not necessary, it can be. Means if a partner or one or more partners file a case in the court of law, then the court intervention may be there. But in case of dissolution of partnership, the court do not interfere at all. But in case of dissolution of partnership firm, if a partner, one or more partner, file a suit in the court of law, then the court may order, that is the dissolution of firm, the court may order. So court intervention can be there in case of dissolution of partnership firm. Now, assets and liabilities are revalued. Assets and liabilities are revalued. Revaluation is done. Assets and liabilities are revalued in case of dissolution of partnership. But here, assets and liabilities, assets are sold, and liabilities are paid off. Liabilities are paid off. In case of dissolution, means if the business comes to an end, then what will happen? All the assets will be sold off and the liabilities to the partner or to the third parties will be paid off and all the accounts will be closed. Moreover, account do not come to an end. Business is terminated also. You can say business is not terminated. Business do not come to an end. Business do not come to an end. Here the business do not come to an end, means the business will remain as it is or it will continue, means the remaining partner or the existing partner, they will do the business or continue the business. But in case of dissolution of partnership firm, the business comes to an end. The business comes to an end. Here the account books are not closed. Account books are not closed. Closing of account books are not required, but in case of dissolution of partnership firm, accounts are closed. All the accounts are closed. Means the accounts balances will be transferred to a new account. The balances of all the accounts are closed by transferring it to the new account, which is known as realization account. Most of the account balances are transferred to a new account, which is known as realization account. This is about the difference between dissolution of partnership and dissolution of partnership firm. Now some more topics are there in this chapter also. Let us discuss that also. Now, settlement of account. Settlement of account, or you can say especially the losses. First of all, let us see the losses. How losses are settled. Better you write settlement of losses. How losses are to be settled. First of all, the losses are out of profit. Whatever losses are there in the business, that will be settled out of profit of the business, which is there, accumulated profit in the business are there. If the profit is not sufficient, then by the partners, through the partners capital account, you can say, through the partners capital account. So the partners capital account, and if any more fund is required, then proportionately by the partners in their profit sharing ratio. These are the method of settlement of losses. First of all, out of profit, if there is any deficiency, then partner will contribute through the capital, and if there is still some deficiency, then the partner will share this in their profit sharing ratio. Settlement of account now. Application of asset. Next is application of assets. How the assets of the business are sold off or disposed, means how the business assets of the business, because as we know, in case of dissolution of partnership, for the balances, all the assets are sold off and liabilities is paid. So how these assets are to be sold off, and how these, after selling the assets, how the balances is to be used. First of all, for paying the debt. The debt to third parties. For paying the debt to the third parties, that is outsider. First of all, whatever amount is realized from selling the assets or disposing of the asset, that will be used for paying the debt to the third parties. Next, if any balance is there, after paying the balances or the debt to the third parties, to pay the debt, or you can say to pay the debt of the partners, that is advances by the partner. Advances by the partner, except, you can say advances by the partner. Simply say advances by the partner to pay the debt of the partner, and this debt is regarding the advances by the partner. But separate from capital. If still some balances will be left, then partners capital will be paid off. And lastly, if still some balance is left, then that will be, you can say, transferred or given to partners in their profit sharing ratio. Application of assets, first of all, the outsider will be paid off, that is the third parties, loan or creditors, etc. will be paid. But here it should be kept in mind that regarding third parties, here secured and unsecured. First of all, the secured creditors or third parties will be paid off, then unsecured will be paid off. It is to be kept in mind. Secondly, after that, if still some balance is left, then advances by the partner or any debt to the partner will be paid off. That advance that is separate from the capital. Any advance with the partner has given beside capital to the firm as a loan, then that will be paid off. Thirdly, if still some amount is left, then capital of the partner will be refunded or paid off. And lastly, if still some balance is left, the remaining amount will be distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Now, one more topic is further left regarding firm's debt and private debt. One more topic, that is firm's debt. Firm's debt and private debt. Private debt. As the name suggests, firm's debt is the amount which is owed by the firm. As it is clear from the name itself, firm's debt means the amount which is owed by the firm to outsiders. And private debt, that is the debt which the partners owe to others. Private debt is the debt which the partner owes to others. So, regarding firm debt, first of all, the amount which is realized by selling the assets of the firm will be used for paying the firm's debt. And if after all the payment has been made out of the firm debt, remaining amount can be used to pay the private debt of the firm. Private debt that can be used. First of all, the assets which are sold off, and out of those sold off assets, whatever amount is left will be used for paying the firm's debt. And after that, if some amount is left, private debt will be paid off. Means the partner will be paid, and out of the partners, whatever partner has been paid off, out of that amount, the private debt of the partner will be paid off. As regarding private debt, out of the private property of the partner, the private debt will be paid. If the partner has any private property and if the firm is going into dissolution. So first of all, the private debt of the partner will be paid. Private debt of the partner, it is the first to be paid. Private debt of the partner, first that will be paid. And next, if some balance is left after paying the private debt of the partner, then firm's debt will come into picture. That is, the firm's debt will be paid off from the private debt after the private debt has been met. That is all about firm's debt and private debt.